My name is Havoc, representing the infamous Mobb Deep. Today we here to talk about a project that I'm going to be involved with Benny Reid. He's a live musician, and he did the whole infamous album over all live instruments. You know what I mean?
I am Benny Reid, multi-instrumentalist and composer and producer. This record is the infamous Jazz, Mobb Deep's most prolific work. And the idea came about because I was having a conversation with Joe Abajian from Fat Beats, the owner. We had some success with Follow the Leader, Reimagined, from Eric B. and Rakim. So Joe was a big fan of Mobb Deep, and he gave me the idea to maybe cover the infamous, being their biggest record.
The way that this whole thing came about, I work with, a few people that's on my team. And, on one person in particular, Nicole Smith, she hit me up and said, yo, she, got to connect over at Fat Beats, with some peoples that want to play this musician and want to play over the whole Infamous album, you know what I mean, and do instrumentals on it. And they asked me did I want to be down. When I first heard the idea, I was like, that's cool, that's kind of dope. But I wasn't really sold unless if I heard the musician, how good he sounded, and if I vibed with that musician. You know what I mean? So they put me together with Ben. I spoke on the phone with him a couple of times. We exchanged emails or whatever, and he sent me some ideas that he had, like how he wanted to play over, some of the instrumentals. And when he sent it to me and I listened to it, I was like, kind of blown away by it, because I was like, yo, this guy is good. Like, you know what I mean?
It started with Shook Ones. I did a jazz version, an extended version, and really was very passionate about it. And from there, it ended up going into being allowed to cover the whole record of the infamous.
So I was just with the project, right from there, And everything, after that was pretty much history, We in the studio, we vibing. Not only is he doing it one way, but he's trying different ways to do it, as opposed to saying, okay, this one, we're gonna do it this way, and it's etched in stone. That's not the way, Ben works, you know what I mean? He liked to do different, variations of it, so we could, pick from and pick the best one.
So I did a couple versions of Shook Ones. I think the extended is going to be released on a single, but the album version was the most difficult for me because it is really dense and hard to recreate, especially the opening Quincy Jones sample. I mean, that horn blast thing was kind of a rabbit hole, and I spent countless hours trying to come up with how to do that with my live instruments. I really felt good about it, and I feel like, it came together and sort of honored the original version,
Shook Ones, the way that he did it, it was so crazy. It's like literally, it was so dope to me that I ride around in my car just listening to it. You know what I mean? And just, when I'm ready to take a long drive, I play that in the car. It got this ill jazz spin on it that just, it puts you in a real good mood as soon as you hear it. You like, because if you love Shook Ones, the original, you're going to love this. So I love that.
Yeah, Havoc was a delight to be around and speak with and work with throughout the project. And you could see his passion in every step of the way when I was showing him some of the arrangements.
And the good thing about this project, it's not one of those projects where he's playing it to sound exactly like the original one that I created, back in 94, 95. He's putting a jazz spin on it, you know what I mean? And that's the whole purpose of the project. It's a jazz spin on an iconic album, you know what I mean, the infamous.
So I'm Benny Reid, and this is the infamous Jazz, coming soon on Fat Beats.